Beyond the Split, episode number 5. We're here with our boy Aaron Ochoa. And here it's on. Welcome back to Beyond the Split, the podcast where we talk about real estate, real life, and the stories behind the agents. This isn't just about commissions and contracts. It's about people, purpose, and the journeys that shape how we serve our communities. We're proud to spotlight agents from right here in Southern Arizona, the ones building businesses, families, and legacies beyond the numbers. Today, we've got one of our own, Aaron Ochoa Jr. Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us, sir. He's a Tucson native, a HomeSmart Advantage Group agent. He's a pastor, a husband, a father of 2 amazing girls, and someone whose story goes way beyond real estate. From Flowing Wells High School roots to being a first-generation Tucson American with deep family ties to Mexico through his father, Aaron Ochoa Sr., Aaron brings a perspective grounded in faith, perseverance, and community. We're diving into how he got into real estate, how life challenges shaped him, including a major health scare, and how he continues to show up for his clients and family every day. Aaron.
Sounds good.
You're the man. You're a Flowing Wells guy.
Yeah.
Huh? Take us back to your high school days. What kind of kid were you back then?
Oh, man. So, I got to set the record straight first. I'm a head elder in church.
I head elder.
Pastor. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, I'm really involved with the church. Back in high school was fun for me because it's fun looking back. It was stressful for me then. Because I got to high school and I was immediately lost. Like, I joked that I couldn't keep track of my own thoughts, let alone my homework, my schedule. I was the kid that in the middle of the year, I would end up in the wrong classroom. I would just pop in after lunch, sit down, and at some point notice that I didn't recognize any of the kids around me. And the teacher would be like, "What are you doing here?" I was lost.
Yeah.
That kind of, in a nutshell, it defines my whole high school experience.
High school experience?
Lost, yeah.
Were you a good kid, though? Were you well-behaved, Aaron?
So, from back in middle school all the way through high school, I always got on my reports that I was a pleasure to have in class.
Yeah?
But good grief, you know. and my teachers would get frustrated because I would occasionally lose assignments that I had already finished, and find them at the most random places and bring it to my teacher later on. And they'd be frustrated. They would tell me things like, "Aaron, this would be an A paper had you turned it in a week ago." And I'd be like, "Yeah, but I lost it. I just found it today."
It was with the dog.
I couldn't even blame the dog.
The dog ate it again. So that's pretty funny. But you're a first generation American.
Yeah,
is that correct?
I was born here. So that's another thing I got to set straight. I'm an early transplant. I was born in San Jose, California, in the Bay Area.
Got it.
And we moved over here when I was 10 years old.
Got it. Well, that's fairly. Here. I mean, I see some gray in that beard, so I know it's been a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gray in the beard came after the gray in the hair. This came in when I was a teenager.
Oh, is that right?
This was pretty dark until my 20s.
You've always had that Moses look?
Yeah, a little bit.
Now, tell me, how did your dad's journey from Mexico influence your mindset growing up?
So my dad's mindset was always work hard and do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
And just very, very driven. And he's still that way. He gets up every day and gets at it. Why? Because it's what you got to do.
Now, was he an agent before you, or did you guys become agents together?
The timing was pretty close. I had my own plans, and he got into real estate because an uncle who has since passed away became a realtor up in Phoenix. His name is Zenobio Barraza. Real nice guy, real tall guy, and just a kind-hearted soul. Really, really a nice guy. My tia Raquel, his wife, is still around. My dad's sister, and they suggested my dad take classes up there in Phoenix, which he did, and he got his license. And then he suggested after he got his license, he said, "Hey, you ought to look into this." So I did, and they also took me in. I stayed with them for a few months while I went to school up there in Phoenix. Bud Crawley's School of Real Estate is where I attended, and then I came back down here.
Oh, that's
So,
fabulous.
yeah. So about a year apart.
Got it. Got it.
And then with how you were raised, what are some values that you were raised with that you carry into your business today that your parents put on you?
Honesty, being diligent and doing what you say you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just being faithful in all that we do.
That's
we
great.
say, yeah. So we stick by that as best as we can.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now, you're a husband and a father of 2 girls. How has family life shaped the way you run your business?
It was interesting because when we got married, I was a young agent, running around doing my thing, and Raquel was also working. So there was the work home life was real easy, because she's at work, I'm at work. I pick her up, she would ride around with me. We'd hang out in the evening, and it was easy. And as we had kids, you find real quickly that they their life interjects into or in every aspect of your life, from your sleep to your intimacy to your work life to your but it's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing, actually. But yeah, it was definitely a change. But
that's
we're here
awesome.
for it.
I know,
We're
I'm
here
glad.
for it.
I'm glad. Your wife was a school teacher, is that right?
Yeah.
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 Does that bring any does she bring any structure or patience into your household, or are you the driver of this?
No. Raquel's amazing.
Yeah.
She was, and that's a fun story too, because she graduated from Ochoa High School, and she went back to teach at Ochoa High School. She went to Pima, then U of A, and then went back to teach.
She was a high school teacher.
Yeah, she was a high school math teacher.
She's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she taught there for 9 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, so she took time off once we had Jocelyn. She finished up that year, and then she took some time off.
She taught for 10 years at Choya?
Yeah.
Dude, I got to tell you
9
the
years.
truth of it, man. I've seen your wife. She must have started college when she was like 10.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I cannot believe 10 years of high school teacher.
Yeah.
That'll toughen you up.
And what's funny is that on more than one occasion, the hall monitor or the security spotted her and was like, "Hey, why aren't you in class?"
It's true. It's
That's
true. Luke, if you ever met his wife, she's such a nice lady.
Uh-huh.
But I swear to God, she does not show her age at all.
That's awesome.
If she has any age, I don't know what to say. Unlike Moses over here.
Yeah, I got all the age. I got all the white hairs for both of us.
Yes. Oh yeah. Now, it's interesting by way of disclaimer on our podcast. I've known Aaron for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first met you. Do you remember when I first met you?
We were just talking about that. It was at a grocery store on the west side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You said it was a Bashas'? Is that what you
I think
said?
it was at Bashas'.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
figure out which one it was. But I think it was the one right there on the Speedway on the west side.
They had like a coffee place
Mm-hmm.
there. It's Luke, when I first met him, I was looking for somebody to partner up with. So I was trolling through the numbers at HomeSmart to see who sold as many as I did. And this youngster popped right up. And I swear to God, when I saw his name and his number and everything, I went to go meet him. I didn't realize that it was you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
When he's walking around and I'm like, this is the only person over here. And it was Aaron. And I was thinking you were like an older fella and this and that. It was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah.
I was the youngest one in the office for a while. When I got my license at 20 or 21. So yeah, I was a youngster in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever think that our meeting was going to turn into like a long running collaboration?
No, you invited me. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to meet this guy.
Like, who is this person calling me?
Yeah. Well, I it's part of the fun. And I like meeting new people. I like talking to people. So That's one of the parts that I enjoy a lot of this job. So when he called to meet, I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, let's meet
Oh,
up.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Now you're a Seventh-day Adventist and an elder. Yes. And how does your faith guide your approach to clients and negotiations?
So that was one of the things that was really cool and attractive for me to work with you too, because I take Saturdays off. It's the one day that I don't work. So Tony's, I guess, part of the pitch, or once we started talking, part of the things that was seemed to be mutually beneficial was, hey, I don't work on Saturdays. If you want to take a Sunday, maybe we can work that out too. So it'll help each other out. And it has helped a lot.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I will attest to the fact that I have glommed onto a few of your deals. And do you ever see parallels between the ministry of being an elder and real estate? Is it like counseling, trust, guidance, anything like that?
I
No?
guess in a way, because I do get to learn a lot about people.
Yeah.
And along with that, sometimes you learn about their issues. And I've gotten to pray with people, and I've gotten to help folks out in difficult situations, sometimes scary situations. Some of the scarier ones are when there's problems, marital problems, a lot of feelings. And so, yeah, there's definitely that aspect too. It is rewarding in that sense.
Yeah. So on your real estate career, you got your license when you were really young.
Yeah.
What do you think really pulled you in? Was it opportunity? Was it calling? Was it, your uncle?
It was my uncle and my dad. I really had no intention to get into real estate. It wasn't on my radar. When I was in high school, like I said, I struggled through everything, but I had straight A's in art and automotive. Those
Yeah.
are the two things that I enjoyed a lot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get into something with art and automotive, or one or the other, both, something. So as I went through high school, I hatched this plan of getting a job at an automotive shop, maybe a dealership, and working towards opening my own shop. That's what I wanted to do. I like cars. I like working on stuff, wrenching on stuff. And that was my intention. And so when I was working at the auto parts and trying to figure out what I was going to do next, and my dad invited me to the classes up there, and I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. But it really wasn't anything more than that.
Yeah.
And once I started taking classes, I found it interesting. And once I started working in the industry, I found it more interesting. And it's just been a fun ride since then. So it came very naturally once I started working in it, and now I'm never quitting.
Yeah.
This is very much a part of my life.
Yeah. Well, taking the art and the automotive stuff, creative mind, every deal is different that we do.
Yeah.
We see it. We have to have creative minds on how we approach everything.
Yeah.
And for you, what was the biggest learning curve that you had to go through, early on?
Early on, it was, so I got my license at the very end of 2007. And if anybody remembers back in 2008, what happened to the market, it crashed and burned. So I got to work one transaction with my dad, just learning the ropes, and then everything just crashed and burned. So I went back to work at the auto parts for a while, and got back into it just as soon as I could. And where I started was with a lot of REOs, with a lot of short sales, with a lot of bank-owned properties.
Yeah.
And I learned very quickly that people were picking stuff up for cheap and fixing it and then reselling it at a profit. And that was a neat thing to learn. And the learning curve, I guess, came with just dealing with banks, dealing with people in rough situations. And at that time, it was a lot of work for a small payout too, in a lot of situations, in a lot of cases, because I had short sales that went on 11, 12 months, 18 months. And I would stick them through, and not all of them would go through, but I would stick them through. So I didn't make a lot of money. But here's a cool little tidbit. I met a gentleman who was a commercial broker in downtown early on, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, what advice could you give a young guy like me just starting out?" And he says, this isn't the, if you stick with it as long as I have, this isn't the only time you're going to see this happen. He says, and you're not going to make a lot of money right now, but learn as much as you can. And next time this happens, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his advice. And I kind of clung to that.
That's cool.
So yeah,
That
it was
is
pretty
really
cool
cool.
that he took the time to chat with me too. I wish I could find his card. He gave me his card. I wonder if he's still around. But yeah, I don't even remember his name, but I remember the advice that he gave me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then for, the real estate journey, how has being a part of HomeSmart Advantage Group influenced your growth and career?
It's been good. HomeSmart has treated me very good. I came from Concept 100, and they closed their doors, and so I've never been, as you guys probably know, been that good at keeping up with the emails that are sent out with the notifications or updates with stuff going on at the office and such. And the same way back when I was with the previous company. And so they sent emails out. I found out afterwards that they were closing their doors. This was after I had ordered like 5,000 business cards.
It's always.
And like 30 signs and a bunch of stuff. And I was cooking, so I was like, I'm gonna get more stuff so I can keep at it and not have to worry about it for a while. And then the next week they were like, oh hey, by the way, find a new home.
Yeah, we have new logos, by the way.
Oh, good to know.
Just how I put it out there.
Thank you. So yeah, that was a punch in the face, but not entirely, not anybody's fault. I take
It's somebody's fault. What? Now that you've told us that sad story, tell us what kind of clients do you feel most connected to serving here in Tucson? Do you have a group?
So, and that's funny because I've read advice and I've heard advice where they say to kind of find your niche.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that works well for some folks, but maybe it's my ADHD brain or just my character that I kind of want to help everybody. And because of that, I end up helping the folks who are trying to find a piece of dirt for as cheap as possible.
Bueno, bonito, barato.
Yeah, bueno y bonito y barato. Bien bueno y bonito y barato.
All right.
And all the way up to the several $100,000 or over $1 million house.
Sure.
So it's really fun because it's everything between.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
And the other thing that I found too, and the other reason that I can't really see myself niching down too much is because I've helped folks along the way too. I have folks that I've become close friends with, and I started out by helping them buy a really cheap, really starter,
Right.
kind of ratty place that they fixed up, and then buy a bigger place for their family later on.
Right.
And then sell that and buy another bigger place for their family later on.
Yeah.
And it's evolved along the way too.
Oh, that's
So,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, I remember had a few years now. It's been a little bit that you're on vacay in California. Tell us about what happened to you.
Oh, man.
That maybe would bring somebody to come back to Jesus, as it were.
Definitely brings some perspective. So I'll tell you about the vacation before that.
Yeah.
So we went to Hawaii in 2023.
Yeah.
And we had been planning that for a long time, and a lot of cool memories made there. But one of the things that I recall that really kind of scared me too was we went to, they call it the pillbox. If anybody's been to Oahu, that's a pretty cool hike, and it's they're made out of railroad ties. They're steps, and they just go straight up the mountain. And at the very top of the mountain, there's a lookout that the military used, and it's just a concrete box.
Right.
But the views are amazing up there. So we stayed with a friend, and he invited us to go on a hike up there. So we said, yeah, we'll go early in the morning. My dad, my brother, and I, and so there we go hiking up the mountain. And I've always been reasonably fit, and but I was born with a malformed aortic heart valve. So I always had to be careful with certain things, but I could always do what I wanted to do. I might have to pace myself or but this time I couldn't pace myself. I found that I would take 5 or 6 steps up the mountain. I would have to stop and breathe. And it was a weird feeling, weird feeling because my body felt strong, but I couldn't catch my breath. So there I would go again, 5 or 6 steps, and I'd just have to stop and breathe. And that's when I realized I was in trouble. I made it to the top of the mountain, but man, it was work. It was work.
Sure.
And so then when we came back, I went to the heart hospital here, and I had them check me out. And when I went back to the follow up, another story. It's all a bunch of stories. So I got there. I went to the wrong building, and then I realized I was running late. So I came down, and rather than hop in my car and drive to the other side, I figured it'd be quicker just to run over there. So I go run to the next building over and run up the stairs and get to the guy's office, and I sit down and I talk to him, and I'm a little out of breath, and he's like, "Hey, how are you feeling?" So I'm a little out of breath because I ran over here, and he just kind of stays staring at me, kind of weird, He says, "Aaron," he says, "with as bad as your heart valve is right now," he says, "you need surgery, like, now." And then I said, "Well, I just ran up 2 flights of stairs. Well, you sure?" And he's like, "No, yeah, you're in rough shape." And he actually said, he says, "I'm surprised with as bad as it is that you're not having chest pains." And I told him, "No, I think I'm fine." But what I didn't realize until later on, I thought about it, was that in the evenings I had been complaining to Raquel. I'm like, "Man, I got this heartburn. That for some reason and it was always in the evenings, but it was happening regularly. That's what it was. I was having chest pains.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So,
Aaron, and then they had to chop you open.
Oh, yeah.
And fix you on the fly.
Yeah.
And you weren't even home.
No.
I remember that, how brutal that was.
They wanted to give me a mechanical heart valve and put me on blood thinners for the rest of my life here.
Holy cow.
And so thank God I went and got a second opinion in California, because they suggested a totally different operation. It's called the Ross procedure. It's what Arnold Schwarzenegger got.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got the same procedure from the same team that actually
That's
worked
cool.
on Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Wow.
Joe, and you know what? It's amazing because you're not really that old. I mean, I make fun of your Moses look.
Yeah.
But
I just
you
turned
haven't
40.
been around that long. Congratulations. When did you
Thank you.
turn 40? Because I haven't said happy birthday to you
November.
yet.
November
In November.
27th.
Oh, yeah, I did say happy birthday,
You did,
actually,
yeah.
now that I think about it.
Yep.
I didn't realize you were that old.
Yeah.
Viejo. Holy moly.
It's
And-
official.
You know what? Not to belabor the point, but what kind of lessons do you think that experience taught you about, like, balance and faith and perseverance?
So right after, it was the weirdest thing, because I've always had trouble getting to bed, but once my head hits the pillow, I was out. But immediately after, any stress, and I mean any stress, would give me terrible insomnia. And so that was a weird experience for me, since I had never experienced anything like that. So really, I had to take a step back from everything.
Yeah.
And I was used to running at 100 miles an hour all the time. So I took the time off for the first couple months, and then when we came back, the 2024, I took it really easy.
Yeah.
I took it really easy. My sister joined a mariachi class. She's in Pima.
Yeah.
She's gonna be going to the U of A soon too. So congrats to
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ali. Yeah. So she's taking mariachi, and so I joined the mariachi class too. So I was doing that in the evenings, and then shout out to Pima Campus Mariachi Club or class, and so they I took it easy.
Yeah.
That first year.
Yeah.
And in 2025, I kind of got back up to speed somewhat, but it was good. It was good to kind of take a step back and slow down for a little while.
Well, in 24, you didn't drop off too much. I know that. In 25, you just put the the monster crushing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
I think
you.
you finished top 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's strong.
Good to be
That's
back in the top 10 again.
Strong, like bull. What opportunity do you think you see right now for new agents that are coming in right now?
New agents, there's plenty going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because we hear sometimes a lot of talk about what the market's doing, and overall it seems fairly flat, but there's plenty going on. There's plenty going on. There's good deals out there for people looking for good deals. There's good homes for the people looking for good homes.
Yeah.
And if they're selling, it's not the best time, but things still sell.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So you're thinking maybe it's better to be a buyer's agent right now.
right now, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a buyer's market then.
yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Well, that's a change from when 18 people would fight for one house and
Yeah.
you couldn't even get the house to appraise. They'd have to come up with the difference.
Yeah.
So we moved a little past that. All right. So now Luke and we're going to administer what we like to fondly refer to as our lightning round.
Let's
Are you
do it.
ready? All right. Let's start. Before showings, I know what the answer is to this, but I'm going to have to let you do it because
All right.
it's on the questionnaire. Before showings, coffee or an energy drink? Tell us. Go ahead.
No, I actually don't drink much of either.
What? Why is that, sir?
Well,
You're prohibited.
no, no, I like coffee, and energy drinks give me anxiety. So, not really.
It's a physical issue.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I've always been a bit of a lightweight. I've always been the headache, take one Tylenol kind of guy. Only take the full dose if it's really bad.
Yeah.
So, in the same way, if I drink an energy drink, I'm gonna have a bad day.
You can be
Yeah.
rocking.
Yeah.
East side sunsets or west side views?
Sunsets or west side views? I like sunsets.
Yeah.
Yeah, the east
Sunset
side
kinda guy?
sunsets.
Yes.
Although there are some good sunsets on the west side, I've seen them. Those yellow and oranges get big on that side of
it's
town for some
beautiful.
reason. All right.
The only bad part is when you're driving towards them. That's kind of brutal.
First car you've ever owned?
First car was. Oh man, there's two.
Just one. First one.
Okay. I'll give you the one that I drove around. It was a 1995 Chevy Lumina.
A 1995 Chevy
Yeah,
Lumina.
with a big dent on both doors on one side.
And what does a bad A real estate agent like you drive now?
2023 Ford Maverick.
Ford Maverick.
Ooh.
Very
It's
nice.
Cyber yellow. Cyber orange is the color.
You may want to give him some primers. He's asking me. Young Luke here is getting in the market.
I am.
Yeah, he's good. He's making the
Giggles.
change. He's making the
I'm looking
change
for
from
a
a
new
hot
one,
rod.
yeah.
Oh.
He needs to replace his hot rod.
Yeah. And then what do you think one word your kids would use to describe you is?
Me?
Are they old enough to describe you yet?
Jocelyn is.
Yeah.
What would she say? She'd probably say something cute like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet that's true. I bet that's
Yeah,
true.
we have a lot of fun.
That's cool.
All right. What's the toughest real estate lesson you've learned?
The toughest one?
Yeah.
Oh man. Early on, showing someone every home that they could possibly see on the market for months,
Yeah.
and then finally selling them one where they offered like a 1.5% commission. It's either that or close tie might be a $150 check that I got once.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That'll work.
That one was fun.
And then what is a daily habit that keeps you grounded?
Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the morning routine with my kiddos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. If I can be there with my kids and when they wake up.
That's great.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. A lot of folks don't get that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. If you weren't in real estate, what would you be doing?
Oh man, probably wrenching on cars.
Yeah.
That's or in construction. I have a lot of family in construction. Yeah,
Yeah, you would be a good roofer.
No.
So you'd be turning wrenches
Yeah.
or drawing.
I do like drawing.
You'd be drawing hot rods.
Yeah. Or flames on hot rods.
Now, if you take it back to, when you first got your license and you got that advice from the veteran,
Yeah.
now you're the veteran. If there's a new agent, what's the one piece of advice you would give them?
Stick with it and learn. And learn from a lot of different places too, because you can learn a lot of cool stuff from different people too. And look for creative agents, creative lenders, creative buyers. You can learn a lot.
Yeah. I think that's great. That's great.
That's awesome. We've heard this. We've interviewed a number of agents, and almost to everybody said the same thing about continue to learn, continue to learn, continue to learn. It's strong, and they're all very good agents. So that's awesome. Aaron, when people hear your story today, what do you hope they'll walk away with feeling or inspired to do? Do you think?
Hopefully they hear a guy who's had a crazy ride, but has enjoyed the ride, and loves living life, especially now that kids have sweetened his life, and who they'd like to work with too. I like meeting people and working with people too. So that's what I hope.
My man, I can attest to the fact that you are a good dude. I can 100% attest to it. And we, from the bottom of our hearts, Luke and I would very much love to, thank you for joining us and sharing your story with us on our podcast. And thanks for tuning in to Beyond the Split. Remember, success in this business isn't just about the deal. It's about the journey, the people, and the purpose behind it. If you're part of the Tucson community and you're thinking about stepping into real estate, stay connected because the stories are just getting started.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.